Okay, Beshem Hashem Nasme Nasliach, Baruch Hashem, we have another Limud Chasod, Kolel Chasod. Tonight is the 25th of Tammuz, Haba Alenu Letova. Be'ezat Hashem, we learning tonight, as the Zechut of our learning should be a Zechut of Hastacha for all Am Yisrael, should bring Geulah Shenama B'mehera B'yamenu. Be'ezat Hashem should be a source of refuah shenama of all Chole Israel and Hastacha, and also that all the singers among Am Yisrael should find their Ben Zug and Bat Zug b'shar tova mustachad. Be'ezat Hashem. I have a list of people that I'm gonna quickly go through, and please have these names in mind that they should have Yeshuot. First, there is a lady here in Los Angeles who is in ICU. She should, Be'ezat Hashem, she should have refuah shenema. She should wake up from coma as soon as possible. Be'ezat Hashem. Her name is Sarah Rachel Bar Shekuh. And also we want to have in mind a lady in Baltimore who got into accident and she's in CCU. Her name is Yafa Bat Behjat, refuah shenema. We want to have in mind for Maurice Shimon ben Esther that it should be masliach and be released from prison. Also, we want to have hastacha, happiness, and Yeshuot for Mashiach ben Esther Malka, Helena bat Shirin, Yonatan ben Helena, Yosef Chaim ben Helena, and Talia bat Helena. Also, refuah shenema for Rafael Yonah ben Sarah Simcha. Also, hastacha for Abraham Rafael ben Mordechai, and Ariel Talia bat Rivka, Moshe ben Abraham Rafael, that they should be healthy, and Be'ezat Hashem should have a lot of hastacha in Aliyah b'Torah and clarity of mind. Also should be Elui Nishmat for Shoshana Chaya Bat Sarah, and Abdi Mechaim refuah shenema Mahbube ben Hishmat, Elui Nishmat Nader ben Galin. Hastacha for Michael ben Esther, for Zibuk, Parnasat Tova, and should be a Ilui Nishmat for Janet Bat Yosef, Ilui Nishmat Abraham Chaim ben Eliyahu. Yes, so should be refuah shenema for Mahnaz Bat Beracha Helen. Also, Zibuk, b'shar tova mustachad for Ariel David ben Mahnaz and Mishaela Sharona bat Mahnaz. Also, Yehoshua Aharon ben Rafael Halevi and Noam Ishaq Sevi ben Yehoshua Aharon Halevi, Meir Menachem Chaim ben Yehoshua Aharon Halevi, Shalom Hashem Moshe ben Yehoshua Aharon Halevi. Should have hastacha and all the berachot. Okay, and a few more names here. Refuah shenema for Levi Nisim ben Rachel, and refuah shenema for Leah Beracha bat Rachel, Yeshaya Chaim ben Rachel, Rachel bat Sarah, Eliyahu ben Shulamit, and hastacha and all the berachot for David, Jordan ben Linda Leah, Abigail bat Linda Leah, Kaila Sarah bat Linda Leah, refuah shenema hastacha, Yehoshua Mordechai ben Linda Leah, Alan Yonatan ben Simin, and Linda Leah bat Miriam.
Esther bat Perla for
Esther
bat Perla
bat Pearl
for Perla
for refuah shenema. And anybody else that we Shlomo ben Miriam, refuah shenema, Be'ezat Hashem. Okay, so last week we we had a question that is there a connection between the 24,000 of Yehudim from Shevet Shimon that they died for the Avera that they committed, the Avera of the Zenut and also idol worship. Is there a connection between 24,000 and the 24,000 students of Rebee Akiva? So we want to quickly talk about this. Very interesting that Rema MiPano brings. Rema MiPano alav shalom brings that there is a connection. That really when Dina bat Yaakov alayhi shalom was violated by Shechem ben Hamor, Shechem ben Hamor violated her. At that point, Shimon and Levi, so they came to Yaakov Avinu and they said that we wanna have your daughters and so forth, and they were suggested to get Brit Milah. In other words, they were suggested to become a Yehudi to some aspect, right? By getting a Brit Milah, that was one of the process of becoming a Yehudi. So when they got Brit Milah, on the third day of the Brit Milah, Shimon and Levi went and they massacred the whole town. Right? The rule is that when a goy makes a mistake, right, and if the goyim among that place would not protest, they would be considered as all guilty. So apparently, based on this rule, they were fit to be punished. And Shimon and Levi massacred the whole town. According to some opinions, how many people were died, were massacred by Shimon and Levi? 24,000. Right? And those 24,000 were brought back as Gilgul. Right? In the 24,000 among the Shevet Levi, Shevet Shimon. Some say that who were these 24,000? That they were the children who were born after Shevet Shimon, that were next to the Machane of Erev Rav, that unfortunately they went and they took the wives of Shevet of Erev Rav, and from those marriages, these 24,000 came. These 24,000 came, and they were the ones who were mistaken with the Arayot and Avodah Zarah. Now, it's very interesting to point out that, as we know, Shimon ben Yaakov, alav shalom, he went and he got married to Dinah. And from that marriage, according to some opinions, right, Kozvi ben Salui. I'm sorry, Zimri, not Kozvi. Zimri ben Salui was born, right? Who was also known as another name Shaul, or also as Shelumiel ben Surishadai, right? And so based on this, as we learned before, Zohar HaKadosh taught us that this Zimri ben Salui was around 200 years old. Around 200 years old. And the Gilgul of Kozvi, Batsur, right, was the Gilgul of Dinah. And that they were together, unfortunately, and they could have done it in a different way, in a kosher way of that she should become a Yehudiya, but he didn't. So they had to be killed by Pinchas, because this was that which they did was wrong, especially they did it in public. So later again, these 24,000 came back as recognition, as Gilgul, in the 24,000 students of Rebee Akiva. And according to some opinions, Rebee Akiva also was the Gilgul Who was he was the Gilgul of
What?
Shechem.
Shechem.
And some say he was and also he was the Gilgul of Shaul, or also known as Shelomiel ben Shurishadai. It was the same Gilgul, and Rebee Akiva's wife was the Gilgul of Dinah, as well as Kozvi. Right, so this is all unbelievable, and the 24,000 students of Rebee Akiva were those 24,000 who died in the Midbar, and one of the reasons that Rebee Akiva, these 24,000, they didn't mechabed each other correctly. There is also a sword there, so right. So this also comes to teach us that Rebee Akiva, one of the biggest lessons that Rebee Akiva was teaching his Talmidim was ve'ahavta le'acha kamocha. Right? That over there is two types of ahava. There is the ahava that is lo talui bedavar, right? That is unconditional love. That is the best type of ahava love. And there is a ahava that is talui bedavar, which is not good. Talui bedavar is by the beauty, is by the Yesahara, is by that which caused Shechem ben Hamor to be beat with Dinah bat Yaakov, right? That wasn't the true love.
But I heard that it was Talui, it wasn't Talui bedavar. Amnon and Tamar was basically Talui bedavar. Once Amnon, did he know who was Amnon, right?
Yes.
Amnon was when and slept with his sister Tamar. Once he did it, right? Then he said, "I don't want to be with you." And she said, he basically raped her. So he says, "Do you know what? Marry me." He said, "No, it was so disgusted. It was just Talui bedavar."
Yes.
I left with the Shechem and Dinah. After he raped her, he didn't want to let her go of her. He stayed with her. So that was no Talui bedavar because he had a
Oh, that's interesting. So according to this opinion, it wasn't Talui bedavar.
Right.
In the beginning was Talui bedavar?
He liked her very much, so he stayed with her, but then he couldn't let go of her. That's why he wanted to marry her.
Right.
But with the Amnon and Tamar, but the master, right?
Yes.
That he faked that he's sick, and his sister came around, and he said to take her off me, then she came to take her off and he raped her, and after he raped her, he said, "Go away, I don't want to have nothing to do with you anymore." So that was Talui bedavar. He wanted just to be sitting with her and just let go of her. But with the Shechem and Dinah, once he stayed with her, he said, "I want to marry her." That's what he said. He said he didn't let go of her. He was stay with her. So it was Shevet Shimon. That's what I understood.
Maybe that's why he merited to be a Gilgul, to come back, because he was actually good. He wanted.
Yeah, they wanted each other. That's what it is.
Wow.
That's what I was told.
Thank you for sharing. Yes, that must be correct. And I guess this is the different opinion on this one.
Right.
Yes, Shivim Panim Torah.
That's what I was saying.
Very nice. So also, one of the reasons that Rebee Akiva alav shalom spoke about the ahavta le'acha kamocha was that really one should love another, one Yehudi should love another, not for the beauty, not for other attractions, rather for no alternative motive, rather for the sake of loving another Yehudi, for the Selem Elokim that every person has, the spirit of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that every Yehudi has in his being. So this explains the connection between the 24,000, right, all the way, right, from Shechem, going to Midbar Sinai, and going to Rebee Akiva's time. Now I wonder if there were any more Gilgulim up to 24,000. Apparently there is no more.
That's a different.
I think
Tikkun, they're like martyrs. They're like the 10 martyrs almost. That's it.
It came to a conclusion. Okay, Baruch Adonai Leolam, Amen, Amen.